bitch. Big old team, bitch. Yeah. Living in this fucking like we sin. Yeah, hoping that they're gonna let us in. Yeah, open up them gates and let us in. Yeah, I'm going down with that bitch. That's my brother to the end. That's my brother, not my motherfucking friend. That's my woody, that's my slug, that's my kid. This a rich, this ain't no motherfucking bitch. Swerve, swerve, swerving. I gotta do my fingers hurting. Tryna do this shit, I make it perfect. Sipping all this drink, I lose my purpose. Tryna test me in this garden. You ain't nothing but a boy steady chirping. I done made it up the motherfucking dirt, bitch. I just came from serving niggas like a clerk, bitch. Yeah, like a clerk, bitch. See them stacks up on my glass, they're serving. Keep them pussy niggas round cause they worthless. That's my gangsta, I'ma kill you, that's for certain. God won't be blessing you. God bless me like I said I do. Got me dissing on me and they say peekaboo. Like to fight that nigga like a fucking Pikachu. Yeah, keep a chop. I like pop. On them nigga on top. She gon' suck that dick cause she need a sponsor. Tuck that bitch to berries, got that bitch on lobster. Living in this fucking life we sin. Yeah, hoping that they're gonna let us in. Yeah, open up them gates and let us in. Yeah, I'll blow it down with that bitch. That's my brother to the end. That's my brother, not my motherfucking friend. That's my woody, that's my son, that's my kid. This a rich, this ain't no motherfucking bitch. We're brothers, we're happy and we're singing and we're colored. Da-da-da-da. Big 14, bitch.
Let's do it. We'll play another one, man, before we get started.
Yeah, knowing niggas know too. Bitches knowing niggas know too. Talking out your mouth, pussy, I ain't for the net. I'm the type to pull up, get them splash, leave them wet. Yeah. Since I was a youngin', bitch, my foot was on they neck. I could've copped a rollie, but I cashed out on my neck. I used to sell the crack and used to pray I make it back. I knew he was a fan, he said I'm camping in my rack. In the coupe, this bitch fan, drop the top, do the dance. Track hawks and I like Hellcats. Big bands, bitch, I got a lot of racks. I don't like the Twitter beef. We pull up and let off feet. One got shot, other one to see. Fuck your homie, put him underneath. I fuck his main bitch, she a free. It's crazy cause me and the bitch don't speak. Put my dog inside the trap, the only thing he knew was eat. Chrome hearts, Louis bag, Dior kicks, lot of swag. But that shit don't mean nothing, bitch, if you ain't got a bag. Nothing under 20K, I could make that in a day. See my homie ice out his wrist from off the trap and making plays. Her ass plastic, let me smack it, baby, put it in my face. You would think this was gymnastics, how we pull up in his race. And we screaming fuck 12, they get behind us, it's a chase. Bitch, we really in the zoo, we all lions and apes. How you get that bitch clear, then it turn dog great? It's because it's all white, you don't know cause you don't drink. How you get that bitch clear, then it turn dog great? I give my shorty a clip with a stick and ass for shit, he slide for real. She keeps saying I'm next to check, all due respect, they die for real. They know how we ride, they come to the mile, they know we time for real. Niggas, we beef with lies, shit, they got even, this shit high for real. Before I rap, I was in that crack, I was on that crack, I kept my pet. Bro said throw it, I said no, I took off and I kept my gat. And niggas know we the only rappers that be shooting, check my stats. My little niggas stink, I play him how I play him, that's my slack. I put them shooters off the benches, we the voices of the trenches. We ain't staring, we start airing niggas if we send this tension. On the first, we sleep with fiends. Stan Smith, no, these McQueen. You only get 10 for that bean. I spent $1 on my jeans. I could've bought 10 pair of Joes. I know niggas heard about lows. Break a pound down, get off hoes. Bro really counting on his toes. We gon' chase him, he got mad. That shit gon' jam, now he a pack. He was gangsta shit, but picky changing, nigga, now he a rat. He gon' run, get hit in his back. Savage the job, but he got jacked. He was round, but he got flat. Them niggas know they better not lack. We in the chase, he better not smack. He got case, he better not crack. We gon' pop out in all black. Bro was shooter, he got plaque. Yeah. I'll go back in one time. Diamonds dancing in this bitch, I don't need no camera when they glisten. Nigga got shot in his top, his homie told the whole district. I ain't no bitch, I throw bullets, have a nigga out there glitching. Where was you when I was broke? I ran it up, got out my feelings. Money over bitches, in the trench with all the killers. Bro said if he don't fall, then he ain't gonna never slide with niggas. I ain't God say too much, we the one stand on top of niggas. Man, you said you smoking, who we put him up with them 5 men? Put him up. Them niggas know they ain't gonna survive. The floor know we can max, they fire. They know when we slide, it's for the guy. Glock 27, the perfect size. But fuck them niggas, they know what we on. Fast keep thinking they know what we doing. Niggas get painted on for draw, but we spin it till it dawns.
What up, y'all? What up, y'all? Welcome to another amazing live stream. I'm gonna have some fun today. And, I'm not gonna be too mundane with the subject. This is something that often really isn't communicated. We talk about a lot of the generic things on here. I do with my own twist, personal experiences. I mean, that's the only thing I can really speak on. Perfectly honest with you. I was actually just talking to my cousin the other day, Santos, and he had a group that was called Loyalty Before Royalty. And it had popped out to me, This caused me to think, we could say, growing up, right, we've had this perplexed idea or sentiment towards what loyalty actually is, because it has a different meaning to everyone. And the reason why it has a different meaning to everyone is because either their selfishness isn't identified, or it is. So people enter into unions, friendships, groups for selfish reasons. They build it up for selfish reasons, or they destroy it for selfish reasons, or they leave for selfish reasons, or get kicked out for selfish reasons. One thing you have to keep in mind, man, if you can't keep a player, then you just get cut short. That means actually being beyond your feelings. Some people are just loyal to the opportunity. Very few people are actually loyal to the principle. And I believe that a unified vision is what's something that glues us all together. Is what has us committed to the end. I definitely appreciate everyone within my organization, as well as those that have actually seen me in the physical and my personal life. Because it's those sit downs, those conversations, that bonding period is what brings us together. What's going on, Polo? Just want to make sure I get the right tunes in. Just wanted to make that adjustment. But those are the things that keep us together. And I think I had a video a long time ago about the brotherhood, and this was something that my uncle Keith had told me a long time ago. He said, I've never lost a friend. I've never lost a brother. And I was like, what? We've all lost that, and I was very confused by that. But when he actually broke it down, it made sense to me. A lot of people get confused with things like, if there's a falling out, you resolve things. It's not really a resolving point. See, everything really does come down to value. The more you value yourself, the more you value your time, the more you value your life, you know, the less you become a revolving door. You know, the union should not come with a revolving door. You know, see, when people talk about getting on their purpose, getting on your purpose is really getting in your stability. See, the more stable you are, the more you're on your purpose, and the more you are loyal to the principle of the vision. If you have a group, that's what it really comes down to. You know, and you gotta understand this. Go back to what I said before. 99% of people's problems within their own head. You know, so when you see things happen, people go left. You know, as I said before, like when women, right, they'll go left when it matters. You know, dudes will go left when it counts, or it could be the other way around, depending on how you want to view it. But it all has to do with their own stability. You know. You know, as I said before, you know, it's a principal thing. I can't afford to be emotional, right? Now I have feelings, I have emotions, but I've had to learn to be emotional less because of the roles and the positions that I take in my life and in other people's lives. You know, see, it's different when people trust you with their life. You know, it's a lot on your shoulders. You know, when people talk about leadership, they don't really understand that concept because they don't understand what loyalty is. That's why they'll never experience what royalty is. And as I said before, I've had friends with, you know, I say have friends with, a lot of money, and I've never asked them for $1. And I could easily ask them, but I was around them for different reasons. I'll take the knowledge. I'll take the friendship, but I want to get it on my own. You know, this is what they, appreciate. You know, it's really about family. I'm going to be all the way truthful with you, right? You know, the concept, the word loyalty has, I don't know, it just has a different texture to me than what it has to everyone else. You know, it's like that Tupac song. You ain't never had a friend like me. Probably gonna play that in the closing. You've never had a friend like me. Now, I'll tell you this: you can't stop being who you are. Like for me, by nature, that's who I am. I'm a giving brother. I'm a giver. That's the reason why I'm blessed, because I give. I don't starve. You know, whatever you make loose in your hands, God will make loose in your life. You know, whatever you bind up in your hands, I'll bind up in your life. You have to understand the principle of giving. You know, with everyone, also you can't give. You know, but to those that, are loyal to you, those that are loyal to the vision, they should be rewarded. Those that go above and beyond, for the principle, they should be rewarded. Just like those that go against it should be punished. You know, as a man, you have to be, an iron hand inside of a velvet glove. People can call you cold, call you cows, call you whatever. But you're sticking to the script. You know, you're not flopping around because your emotions, you know. I thank God for the men that groomed me in my life, you know, along the way. You know, from, you know, teeny bopper years up until, you know, young adult. You know, now, you know, we see each other as peers, you know. Although I'm not where they're at, but I'll be there very soon. You know. You know, now as things evolve, you understand, you know, what it really takes and what you really go through, you know. And, you know, you learn values, man. We hear what's going on, brother. Polo, what's going on? I just want to leave y'all with that. You know, as I said before, loyalty doesn't come with revolving doors because, you know, brotherhood is something that's understood, man. You know, you don't have to repair anything, you know, when it's a unified vision. People should only have a one strike only situation with you. That means if they value, you know, they're going to basically check whatever bullshit is in them that springs up that will cause, you know, the ruins of a situation, right or wrong. You know, there's been a lot of situations where I've seen, you know, money has, you know, come between, you know, friends. You know, more often than money, I would say women, and you know, even more often what someone should have did in the other person's mind, right? You know, there's a difference between forgiving, right? You can forgive. You're supposed to forgive. You know, forgiving is for you, not for people. Always forgive. You forgive by accepting things, you know, with a grain of salt, accepting it for what it really is. You forgive, then guess what? You forget. You forgive, then you forget the person ever existed. You know, they don't hold any place in your life. You know, you got to look at it like this. When you look at loyalty before royalty, you celebrate those that, you know, are with you. And you basically alienate those that aren't. You know, there's no way around it. Facts, iron sharpen iron, exactly. It's iron sharpening iron, it's not iron sharpening lily. People flip flopping all over the place, you know. That's weakness, you know. Now they're basically agreeing, you know, with someone else that, you know, is diametrically opposing to you because they're in their feelings. But they still want their way back in. And it just doesn't work that way, you know. Loyalty before royalty, man, because loyalty is actually royalty, you know. But don't be a loyal fool. And being a loyal fool is being a revolving door, you know. You know, your circle should be like a secret society. Everyone doesn't deserve, you know, a place in. you know, your life. Everybody doesn't deserve to do life with you. See, wherever there's chaos and confusion, you remove yourself from it. Wherever someone is presenting chaos and confusion, remove yourself from them. They have no place in your life. Life is about order. And within order, there's laws. Right? Now, if you abide by those laws within the order, you'll actually have a better quality of life. Or what they say, like the abundant life. I can be a living testament of that. The more disciplined I became to the principle, the more disciplined I became to the vision, the better my life got, the more plugged in I got. You know, those that are with me are really with me. I can say that. You shouldn't have people around you that you have to question. You have to question their character. You have to question their motives. You have to question their agenda. You have to question, where they're coming from. They're unstable. You don't know if they're coming or going. Men stay the same, on both sides. If you're my dog, then you're my dog. If you're not, then you're not. If I say I didn't like you in 2015, right? Or I say I don't rock with you in 2015, it's 2021 now, it's still going to be the same. What would I change from that? When people show you who they are, believe them. Forgive them, then leave them forever. What does it say in scripture? Those that, can't look forward, right, to put their hand on the plow and look all over the place, aren't really fit for the kingdom. They're not fit to be in your kingdom. They're not loyal to the principle. Right or wrong? What's going on, Golden Child? If they're not loyal to the principle, right? They don't need to be around you. It's the difference between being loyal to an opportunity versus loyal to the principle. You're going to see when it weighs out, when they don't get what they want. Now we all make mistakes, right? But there's a difference between choices and chances. Stop taking chances with people and make executive decisions, right? You gotta treat your life like it's a business. You gotta treat your group like it's a business. And I stay within my own plane and everywhere. Off of this social media, I only care about, the people that are within my fellowship, that are making money together. Because guess what? We improve our lives. You know what I'm saying? We're able to take care of our families. Online, I carry it the same way. I carry it the same way. So the only thing that matters is what? The error. My subscribers. That's it. Everything outside of that does not matter. I don't really care about none of this shit, what's going on. That has nothing to do with me. It's not my responsibility. It's not our responsibility. It's not our business. It's not my subscribers' business. My job here is to basically show up and to communicate something to you that's going to help, impact your life. We're going to have some laughs along the way. We're going to roast and toast along the way. We're going to mix it up, man. I don't want to be one of them sticklers and shit. I just, I like to have fun, but, I like to basically, stay focused. I'm going to show you how to, have fun and stay focused. You know how to stick the code. You know how to carry it. You know, as a man, the only thing it comes down to is how you carry it, right? It's facts. What's going on, Emma? How you feeling? John Doe, what's going on? Going Child, Polo. My bad. Like I think I did the other live stream I did the other day. I didn't really. I mean, I seen you on a joint. Like I after the fact, I wanted to listen to playback. You know, I was kind of like in a zone. You know, I didn't get a chance to really shout y'all out, man. So I definitely appreciate y'all. You know, showing up in the building as always. You know, unfortunately, I had to address a situation, but you know, moving forward, there won't be any more of that. I believe. You know, we've gotten all the fuckery out of the way. You know, people have been trying to, you know, plant seeds, plant division in between, me and the brethren, within the era. Try to tell me one thing about, Absalom, and then trying to reach out to, say something different to me about Absalom. But the thing is, I knew Absalom, long before a lot of these motherfuckers. So you fail to realize that I knew Ab back when, GMB had his first channel when it was at 1,000. He said you was cooking. It was all good. Exactly. I mean, I had to address that, man. People talking about all these great days, and like, man, that's the past. Those things are light. You're holding on to old things that don't matter anymore. I don't hold on to those old things anymore. Moving forward and looking at, the progression of my channel. That's what everyone's trying to do. They're trying to stop the progression of what I'm doing. They're trying to basically discredit, my influence is, it's not going to have any effect. See, the more you talk about me, or the more you talk, but you're not really mentioning my name, but you're talking in my direction, my numbers are going up. That's what they fail to realize. Okay, so what's this guy have to say that you're talking about? See, all I really do is, like, when someone says something about me, is that I got to give you the actual. So you got to look at it like this. When someone says something about you, right? You got to look at who that person is. Then look at what they're saying. So what I'm doing for you is basically giving you the view of who this person is and what they're saying to me and why it's so errant. Those are the things you got to keep in mind. These are people that can't stand on their own, 2 feet. That's why they're bringing up old stuff or pulling old people, old situations back in the forefront to try to connect it, because they're finished. They're finished. Their life is cooked. Their channel is cooked. Same people that's, talking wild, silly and reckless about me is begging me behind the scenes, for a collaboration or for assistance or for forgiveness. I forgive you, but I also forget you. You don't matter. Remember, loyalty before royalty, but you look at it like this. Loyalty is royalty. How many people fashion themselves after that? You gotta look at why people are around you. My mother used to always say, women are around you. That you gotta figure out why they're around you. More importantly, You gotta understand why someone's around you, right? When you look at why someone's around you, that'll determine, or actually that'll give you a better understanding of what they're doing around you, or what they'll do next when they're not getting why they're around you. Keep that in mind. He said, I was paying attention to what he wasn't saying, and there was gaps in this conversation. It's heavy gaps, heavy confusion, you know? Anyone that has come against me hasn't gotten far in life. Even if it might appear in some way, they haven't gotten that far in life. They're ruined. The reason why I don't take it personally now, because it's all crabs in a barrel. Sometimes a person can hate you because they need you. They need you. They need you more than bread and water to survive. You're doing everything for attention, just like a female, right? I said a female, not a woman. See, a man and a woman, right? The difference between a man and a woman versus a female and a male is that they pursue honor. Females and males pursue attention. All that is you basically posting up, with people that are posing to me, right? We still have an issue because I don't necessarily want to resolve something, or I don't resolve. It's nothing to resolve. It's over. You're dead to me. That's hard for most people to accept. See, acceptance is a hard thing. It's a hard pill to swallow. It's when you're actually dead to me. It's not that I'm rotten, it's that you're dead. You don't matter. See, the thing is, you have to think responsibly, right? You have to think before you do something. See, being impulsive and impetuous and, in your feelings, but then, calling someone or basically framing somebody with your behavior, it's just stupid. You can't point out one of my actions where I'm just being emotional. If I've ever said anything to anyone on here, because they had it coming to them. Never done anything to anyone. See, but get this. If there was ever a conversation, right? No one could tell you that I didn't admit to the thing. No one could tell you that. Oh, I did plausible deniability. No. I would rather replace things than repair it. Scuff kicks, wipe them off to the best ability and give them away and get another pair. Garments, whatever. I'm not the type of person that's going to sit around and cry over certain things. Try to attach myself. See, this is the thing about with guys, and a young lady, I was actually having drinks, some of my female constituents the other day, and we were talking about certain things. They talking about when they actually walk away from a guy, they take it, they take it differently because it's like you left them. So, they never want to leave you. They're never going to leave you. See, it's when you walk away from someone, or when you close the door on someone, they you know what I'm saying? Especially a guy, they never accept that, See, with women, it's their ego, right? With guys, it's their emotions. They never learn to control them. It's their emotions, and those emotions are based on entitlement. You know, you don't get rewarded for being disloyal. You don't get rewarded for being disingenuous. You don't get rewarded, being a snake. You cut the head off a snake. You gut out a pig. You snap the neck of a rat. Peace of the gods. You already know. Another Ice Turner Productions. You already know, brother. It's powerful right there. Because if you had to go to that point, then you're weak. You're beneath me. You do things to get my attention. Instead of doing things to get my respect, you're beneath me. Just watching you just wither away is like must-see TV. It's very enjoyable. When men become men, when you become a man that you can respect, your life is fucking enjoyable. You could speak on loyalty. You could speak on honor. You could speak on thoroughness. You could speak on sturdiness. There's not one person in the era that can say anything different about me. These niggas try it, outside of it. They'll say it because you know what? They want me to be on a joint. Okay, it's been proven. They want me to be on a little shit. They want to be accepted. That's on you. So remember, being on your purpose, right, is being in your stability. A purpose-driven life is a stable one. The more stable you are, the more driven, or the more you're in motion into what you're driving into in your life. The more stable you are, the more focused you are when you're stable, not flip-flopping. There hasn't been a woman in my life or a female in my life, since I can say teeny bopper years, right? They can tell you that they didn't see anything less than a man. Did they see, little mistakes? Did they see my little slick mouth? They see my little pettiness? Yeah. But they also seen a man. More importantly, that's why they, got down. That's how people get down. You heard Absalom. Why he rocks with Ice. Because there's something in me that resonates with him, just like the rest of the members within the group. Chef Man said that. It's something in me that resonates with him. Something that is very familiar. Don't worry about the other shit.
Yeah, don't worry about the other shit. That's why I always say, you should pursue honor. Amongst anything, pursue honor. If you pursue anything, pursue honor, pursue self-respect. Now, if you pursue honor and become a man that you can honor, a man that you naturally honor, you'll see the changes. We're talking about cloth talk. You don't have to flip-flop and try to belong to something, running around, go from group to group. It's the instability. It's the emotional instability that shows. People see, track records, patterns is one thing that, never lies. Just a roamer. You've never seen me do that. You've seen me stationed exactly where I'm stationed at and built things exactly where I built it at, you know?
Us and we got each other. You know, we're all getting rest. We work hard and we get rest.
Oh, at this point now, it's just working smart. People always used to always say that saying, but never really explained it because I don't think they really lived it. Working smarter, not working harder. You know, that's the reason why some people look aged. You know, look very aged. They look older than their age because they've I can't even say they even worked hard. They really didn't work hard because they would actually have something that they worked hard. You would have something, but if you work, smarter, you're not going to lose it. You know, I'm speaking of things in a holistic sense. You know, not just in one particular category. You can pretty much utilize what I just said for pretty much anything. And I'm just going to leave it at that. It was an old piece. Thought it was necessary. And it is. It's like everything else I present to you. What are the things that are important to you and should be important to you? And first is your own honor, your own truth, your own will. You know, everybody forming together is a necessity. You know, it's out of necessity, out of weakness, out of deficiencies. You know, that are quite obvious. As a collective, it's quite obvious. Just want that one to just sit with you for a second. It's a saying that someone said, allies weaken, enemies strengthen, right? My, you know, based on my experience, based on I don't have any enemies. I really don't. There's a difference between having someone that doesn't like you, people in your life. Yeah, there's people, or I can't say in your life, there's people around your life that don't like you, but they're not enemies. An enemy would be considered someone that's a threat. You know, just have people that just don't like you. Idols become rivals is a real thing. You know, people have different intent and intentions in their introduction. You know, I just act like I don't see anything till it's time. For me to either present something or address it or dismiss it. And if we're talking about cloth, you know, it's funny I can blend, something old with something new. And you see how it just correlates with the times, you know.